Go.
How many people here have siblings? See, love is a tricky thing when it comes to family, but in the end, your love will remain. No matter the trials and tribulations, you'll always love each other. However, that doesn't excuse the heinous act of sibling abuse. Whether it's sibling rivalry, being bullied at school, or even parental neglect, nothing excuses hurting your brother or sister. If you notice a distance or any tension at all between two siblings, don't brush it off your shoulder. Do something about it. It's a lot more common than people realize. Did you know that according to a former health development and communication professor from University of Michigan, Kyla L. Boyes, 53 out of every 100 siblings are being abused. It's actually also more common than spousal and child abuse. Yeah. And just all the various injuries that can occur through abuse. Now, there are various vendettas for an attacker to victimize their sibling or siblings. It can go from being bullied at school to experiencing parental or even sibling neglect to self-esteem issues, and so as a coping mechanism, the abuser takes their anger and aggression out on the younger sibling. The signs that you should look out for, and if you think a sibling is being abused, is if they look sleep deprived due to a lack of rest, often caused by nightmares connected to the abuse. They stop eating, they get immensely depressed, they are afraid of being left alone in the same room with the attacker. The victim might even seek sexual interactions, especially if they're being sexually abused. Now, admittedly, I didn't actually do research on this, but just from knowing people, a lot of the girls that I know who are particularly promiscuous or very flirty are because of either being raped or sexually abused by a sibling. They cling to the one thing that scarred them the most. So that leaves us with what can parents do about it? So according to New York Times writer Katie Butler suggests, a parent should take immediate action in stopping the abuse by putting a lock on the victim's door, calling a child therapist, and talking with the abuser and victim individually to get both sides of the story. The parent should definitely remain calm, because probably and most likely your shock and or disappointment might get the best of you, but it's best to keep calm and so as not to increase the tension. Sibling abuse is a subject far overlooked and is more common than people realize. These children have voices. Let them be heard. Now, one of the main reasons why I chose this topic was because, if any of you recall from my personal story speech, I had said that I had vaguely mentioned that I have a complicated relationship with my brother, but I never specified why. Well, December of a freshman year in high school, we had a 2-hour late opening, and I was just going around on the computer, and he came into the computer room and noticed I was listening to some music that he had made. And something about my family, we fight about ridiculously stupid stuff, but we just let it get way out of hand. And first we started cursing at each other, then we started shoving each other, and then it started actually fighting, and it was a pretty small room. Like more than half the size of this room, and I did the one thing you should never do in a fight: never go in a corner, because it makes you the most vulnerable. He kicked me down, and I was kicked about 5 to 6 times in the head until I couldn't get up. And I'm still sort of trying to get over it 4 to 5 years later. And we talk more now, but so that's why it is very important to me that people are more aware of this subject. If you can't completely put an end to it, at least just be aware of it. And these are